Hey, and right, so we better get on and get the next part done. It's a terrible day at the moment. Look at it, overcast, cloud. You can hardly see that balloon over there. Right, let's carry on with what we were doing. Still some snow lying about, but we're just carrying on from when you were with me last time. And all the new gear is going to go in here. And there'll be quite a bit of it by the end, because I think we are filling the rest of it up. Anyway, without further ado, shall we get started? Welcome back to Blickling for another session of cultivating. It's a cultivating show, don't you know? Just walking over to the tractor, just checking to see what we're like there. We're not too bad on those, they're all fairly full, so we ain't got to worry about that. We're all cultivated on this one, nicely done. And I don't think we missed a bit like we did last year in the middle. At least I hope not. It's a bit embarrassing that. We lost quite a bit of crop through that. But once we discovered we'd missed that bit, it was too late. I don't know, I must have fell asleep. I think I must have, that's when I was cultivating, I must have went to do something else, come back and forgot where it got to. Oh, somewhere around here should be the tractor. There we are. This is all nicely got chopped straw on the top, so this will mix in nicely. Just see, I have done the ends of this, so we're getting there. Let's get this down. Get ourselves started and get the GPS up, I think, so I'm going to need that for this. I'll be this way, we'll bring it across 90 degrees. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. It will level it off eventually. He says hopefully. Yeah, I'm going to GPS it as I'm feeling lazy today. Right. It's the right one. Check we're all okay behind us. Yes, down nicely. Yeah, that should be fine. Drop it in. And let's start away. Heavy duty gear, of course, and I've just managed to figure out this. It's now not on the same one as my gears. My animal HUD, so I shouldn't keep flashing it on and off every time I change gear, especially on the manuals or the semi-manuals. Semi-automatics. Alright, next time you come here, we will have, I'm going to speed time up slightly, we will have a Pat back, and I'll get her to seed the two which are all, no, I'll get her to cultivate the other two, and I will carry on seeding this, and I think we must be coming off. Yes, we are. We're coming off the ploughed part of the field, and it doesn't like it. Let's just give it a bit of helping hand, and that's better. Put the diffs in right where they're. Take the diffs out again. We shouldn't want them really on this job. Now I've done the ends here so that I've got room to turn round. So not this mad rush to try and stop before we hit the fence. Well, it's still a mad rush to try and stop before we hit the fence. So nothing's ever going to stop that. Right. Let's especially when I'm driving. Right, lower away, and away we go again. This is one of the easier fields to do because it's reasonably straight. It's not 100% straight, but there's no really odd bits in there. And I do want to buy another field, but at the moment we cannot afford it. That's the trouble of being a poor farmer. I might have told you the problems we're having with, well, in the farming industry with suicides. You can see why. You consider I'll be working most of the spring, preparing the fields and getting them sown, and just looking after the fields generally. When you haven't got so much time to worry, or you've got more time to worry about things during the summer before the crops actually start to grow. Then you get the crops. Then you get harvest where you haven't got a moment to yourself. But the most dangerous times are the quiet times. It's the times you start thinking, is this all worthwhile? Am I going to survive the year out? But it is a dangerous business, farming. There's no two ways about it. The machinery we use is large, powerful, and as safe as it can be, but still not. You can't make anything 100% safe. But you have to work as safe as you can. But we used to have a big thing when most farmers used to change the wheels on the tractors themselves. Some still do, but a lot don't know. They have a specialist come in. We used to prop the wheel up. You took off, especially you're taking the big, wide, heavy-duty wheel off, and you'd be working on it, and something would knock into it and cause it to fall over. Now those wheels are heavy. They are very heavy, and it'd fall on the guy changing the wheel. Quite often you just get away with a broken arm or broken leg, but a few times, because it would be the end of the guy. And slurry is probably the most dangerous thing we actually deal with, apart from the sheep dip, which is a terrible, terrible thing. And we always hope we don't get any insects in the grain in the storage, because the stuff they use in there when they use the pellets, I forget what the actual compound is now, but one of those small pellets they supply, I say a small pellet, about the size of 50p a piece, maybe slightly bigger than the modern 50p, the old 50p, about that size. And one of those is enough to kill the inhabitants of a small town. It's dangerous stuff. It's gassing the thing, but they're using a pellet rather than actual gas in its own right. It's interesting the way it works. It's what little moisture's left in the grain affects the pellet, causes the gas to come off, which fumigates the whole crop. But you don't want that for several reasons. One, if you've got that, it's a lot harder to sell. For obvious reasons, a lot of the places you take your grain to don't want it. And you have to not only pay to have it fumigated, you also have to make certain that you've got the correct paperwork. One, to say it's been done, and the second to say it's been cleared and safe to move. And all this costs money. Yeah, I'm making this sound like a real joyful job, aren't I? But it is. There's other parts of the year but you don't get those problems. It's wonderful watching the animals about, the wild animals, the birds. Yes, even the badgers. I know they've got a bad reputation, but it's not too bad around here. We're not. we're not got too much TV around here, and there is always the case now is that the badger's given the cattle TB, or is it the other way around? And I don't think that argument will ever be solved, and I missed a bit there. I have to come back and do that. But I love watching the birds, even the pigeons, although they do tend to eat a lot of crop if you're not careful. But the worst a lot is when you can't actually shoot against pheasants. I know a lot of farmers have pheasant shoots on the land. For the life of me, I can't think why, but the last thing you want on a field of grain which is just popping through the soil is a load of pheasants. They're far worse than pigeons, which take it forward a bit more, which have the terrible reputation. And pigeons, yes, they do eat a hell of a lot, but they don't strip it like pheasants, which have been hand reared just to be shot at. No, you might gather I'm not a great fan of so-called country sports. I'm all for shooting for the pot if needs be, but never just for the sake of killing another animal. Oh yes, I rear all my animals to be slaughtered eventually. Cows are mainly milk, but we have in the past raised beef cattle. We raise sheep for wool, and then when they get too old for wool, they're good for mutton. We don't do pigs because, well, I think they do pay now, but there's no subsidies with pigs, and the trouble is the price of pigs go up, so everybody dives in, which drops the price down, which means a lot of people go bust who don't get out soon enough. I prefer something that's a little bit more stable in the price, and hence I stay with the milk. And milk doesn't pay well, but it pays a little bit better than pigs overall. And I do like going to the shows. I do like trying to get one top class bull normally out to shows, and I also show some of the girls, as we call our cattle. Always girls. I won't be doing so much of that now, as I'm just somewhat tied up with the farm on my own. Alright, let's drop that down and get going again. Yeah, all I'm doing at the moment is just rambling on. We'll soon be having all the visitors here. Oh, it's fine, except they do tend to get in the way when you're trying to mow stuff around the fields, and they complain mightily that your tractor is holding them up. Not thinking that if our tractor didn't hold them up, they wouldn't have food on the plate. Whether they're a meat eater or a vegetarian, although we don't do so much for the vegetarians trade, but we do some. But we aren't almost fully organic now, and hopefully we will be after this year. We should start getting enough muck out to be able to wave goodbye to all the artificial fertilizers. It will mean a drop in yield, but that's more made up for the fact you get a little bit more for it. One thing I do like doing now and again is going down to the riding stables. The stables just to the side of us, and pick up the horse and have a quick hack around the area. I haven't got a horse of my own, can't really warrant the cost of one, but that's neither here nor there. But I can hire one from there. Well, hire what I say, they let me have one when I want one. I do supply them with some straw and hay, as they don't have any off their own. There's no fields attached to that. Couple of pastures and a meadow and a yard, and that's it. We do take other stuff in there like oats. Well, we get paid for the oats. Come to think of, we get paid for the straw as well. Perhaps I should keep quiet, they might start charging me. Uh, 2 o'clock. Near enough. It's now starting to get out nice. It should be nice today. So it's a pick up rain the next few days. Luckily it won't stop us from sowing the seeds. It might just make it a little bit more awkward, or cultivating the other fields. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll let Pat have this combination when she comes those few days. This tractor and cultivate. She can cultivate the other couple of fields, and I'll start seeding. I just don't want another time like this last year where we were fighting hard to get the crop off the fields in time. What I will do is take a bit more straw this year. Forgot what it's doing for a moment. That's all your fault. You keep me yarning here, mardling away. Well, we should get this field done in this episode. And say next time you see a bit of seeding, I may do some off screen once I've got the first bit out of the way. And so I'll leave Pat to do. I think there's 2 more fields to cultivate. Leave her to cultivate them. I might just I can't remember. I think we have already put slurry down on this field. I think. We'll find out. No, I'll put a load of slurry down before I actually seed. I might do that off screen. We will need to get more cattle, and we will do as soon as the sheep are gone, which will be going late spring, early summer, during the quiet period. Try and do jobs like that when there isn't that much else going on. And I don't think I'll be bothering with a holiday this year again. Might take a trip down for a couple of days down to Wheating in, I think it's June or July. Have a look at the old machinery. Have a yarn with some of the old farmer friends will be there. That's always a food. That's how food a lot of us get. They're normally in the bar. Might pay me to take a taxi, think about it, there and back. Not that far away, but 100 mile I suppose. And away we go. Yeah, not many left now. It would probably be quicker if I winged this and done it by eye, but I've got the GPS on the tractor, so might as well use it. One thing about I ain't got on the event was over at the sheep farm, but the two JCBs are both fully equipped. Something I definitely need. It's surprising how much better it makes it, especially if you're seeding. The seeding is where it really makes a difference, because seeding or fertilising, you don't get the same going back over the same bits and overlap as you do doing it by eye, however good you are. And I don't care how good you are, you're gonna get some overlap. Oh, there's some grind there we missed. Can't remember who done this, so it might well have been me, so I'll keep quiet. And look, if not, that'd have been me and Pat, I should imagine. If not, I've been Harry and Alpha. Can't complain at those two old boys. I can, but it cost me too much money and beer to make up to them. Alpha said he wants to bring some of his old gear over at some point and run some of it. I'm not 100% certain if that's wise, but if we get a small area field, we may just let him. And away we go again. Look at that, almost done. And out of character for one moment, I look at the timing's going to be about right. I can't stand character, no matter how I try. Oops. I had my foot on the brake when I hit the cruise, and it doesn't like it. There's a little bit of a stiff climb up here. Now, as I said, I think in the past, Norfolk is not as flat as people like to think. It's sneaky little hills. You don't notice you're on them till you get about halfway up, and you realise it's getting hard work. Yes, I think I might just see if I can get that patent, that little phrase, sneaky hills. Oh, this should be the last of full length ones. Yeah, there should be one, possibly two runs left, and that's it. I think we might have to take this out the long way round, because don't really want to run all this work we're already done. Go out through or just beside the horses. Well, actually, we do go out through the horse yard. They sell muck there, but it's only, I think, 2 gardeners. I don't think they want to sell me the amount of muck I need. Although we could just try and see. That might be worth inquiring, actually. Some horse muck. Horse muck is good, but I prefer cow muck. It spreads easier for a start off. That'll be 2 runs after this. Very small runs this end, and it's going to get shorter and shorter now. In fact, I think I ought to just get my screenshot done. No, where are we? Come out of cab. That'll do. I like taking things a bit different. Should have switched the marks off, but you can't have everything. And you might think you can, but believe you me, on this channel you don't get everything. I think that's this one. We'll find out anyway. It gets harder now to sort out which line we're meant to be on. But that's another nice job done, even as I say so myself, that shouldn't. I think what might see if that will take a spray of slurry before we start to seed this. So we'll have a look. This should be the last pass. Yes, that's it. We'll go up here. I don't think there's going to be anything left behind us. Oh no, look at that. Clean as a whistle. I've say so myself, that's a damn good job done. I have to say it because no one else will tell me I've done a good job. Fold it up and let's find our way home. Just get rid of that again. I'll put the beacons on us, but be going onto the road. There's the stables. No, we'll go this way. We should get through this way, alright. I'm not going to say hello to my horse friends today. They do bull riding and they have a couple of race horses here. A show jumping, they do a bit of everything. This is a proper equestrian centre. I think we go back this way. It says having a turn across the traffic. Oh, come on. Look. Ah, boy. Must be rush hour. Oh. I'll change my change the transport mode. Saves a bit of juice. I'll keep the 4-wheel drive on at the moment. Not going to be any harm. That house is still afire. I think that's a fire they just can't seem to be able to get under control. Surprised they ain't called in another fire engine or two. Oh, we should turn it. Is there anything behind us? Nice and lucky. Oh. Just when I want to swing out into the road, there's traffic. That's it. We're on the homeward stretch now. Right, I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. Helps me, helps the channel, makes me feel appreciated. And by God, I need to feel appreciated. And if you're not a subscriber and just stumbled upon this excuse for the channel, but your handler said to let you go for long enough that you actually start to enjoy it, feel free to join full time. Oh, it's under those trees. This we got this cultivator is quite a way up in the air, hence I was dancing. Right, I'm going to leave this in the field and I'll walk back. It's the next field. I need it in 9. That may be the last one we've got to do. Let's just have a quick look. If there's traffic behind, oh, there's 4 as well. Should have stayed over the other side and done 4. Never mind. I'll do this one next anyway. Don't want too far to walk home. That's further to walk home from 4. Right, we park up here. Turn the big ones off. Put the brakes on. Put it into neutral and get out and start walking. And it's just before we do, I want to check on how everything is. Although that's grown well. That's all ripe. This one. So I think we had wheat in here last year. So I think I'm going to put oats in here, wheat in here, barley and rye. I think. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. But saying that, I will forget before you all come back again. I'm going to go and look after the animals, and that will be my day done. A nice easy day. Get on the road. This would be a nice field to have, but I've got a feeling they want too much from this. Yeah, it's almost 1 million. Yes, perhaps not. I've just got a feeling we're not going to be able to afford any more fields for quite a while. Oh, let's jog back. Right, so far to be it. Oh yes, I've done this subscribe bit. So however, any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, or anything else, feel free to post them. Is that? It's a footpath. Oh, there's a footpath here. Right on the luckily it's on the edge of the field. Yes. Feel free to post any comments. I read them all and I try and reply to them all. Even if it's only just a yep or something short like that, I do try and indicate that I have seen it. And if there is something important and I don't do something like that, feel free to have a go at me. I'm not above forgetting things. Oh yes, that's our other animal trailer. Animal feed trailer, that is. Yeah, things look hunky-dory. Let's see what we've got in here before we finally give up the ghost completely. Oh, I know what I want to check on. Excuse me one moment. Business. All on first day, so we'll need to shove some on them for the second stage. Even 10 is not fully fertilised. Well, it won't be now anyway. I'll try and get these done fully. How much slurry have we got? There's these little things, you know, just when you think you could go, I get a bee in me bonnet about. Won't be a lot of muck in here, and there isn't, but there might be a little bit of, it's 13,000 litre, and enough slurry there to make any difference either. I will have to put artificial on those fields, get the fence back down there, because it's narrow top, put the narrow tyres on it and get that fertilising. Might be a job for Ralph. In fact, I think it will be. I'll call Alf in and he can have a go. Anyway, with that, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.